Yeah.
Uh-huh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we
Yeah.
go. Know what I mean? Here we go. Yo. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Zone Sports Podcast.
Pew, pew, pew.
Uh-oh, yeah. And here on the Zone Sports Podcast, we do our own beats as well as our own air horns. I am one half of your host, your boy Big V. You see my guy over there, he in all his MLB attire, you know what I'm saying? He looking forward to the playoffs. He looking forward to maybe his team being there in October. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? Who you be, my G?
Yo, it's your boy COOL. Always wondering what the hell. It's your boy Corey, never telling the same old tired story. It's your boy Cool C, never, ever dated a floozy. For those out there in YouTube land, we got the sign out for you right here. Bam! It's your boy
Yes.
Corey Big Vito. What's happening?
Man, I'm cool as a fan, even though it's hot as I don't know what here in North Carolina. It's rainy, then it's hot. You know what I mean? It's all of that, it's all of the above. But you know what, man? I'm good. I'm in good spirits, my G. How you doing, man?
Hey man, I'm good. I mean, it's interesting you say the MLB state of mind. So my wife just got me MLB the show for the 25 for Father's Day.
Fire, right? I'm playing it too. It's fire, right? You like it?
Yo, I love it. Now I need to be fair because I know it got a boatload of criticism for it not like being too different from last year's version or the version before that. I haven't bought the show. I can't even remember the last time I got it. Like I don't even have the game with me anymore. So to me, it's all new. One thing that was very disheartening was that I read a Sports Illustrated review of the game, and they said if your team is the Athletics, the Rockies, the Washington Nationals, this game could prove to be a rather challenging game for you. And I'm starting to see that right now. So right now, I'm still in exhibition mode. I'm not starting no see. I got. I'm getting my bearings back, Big V. I might play a game against the Colorado Rockies tonight to see if I can beat them. I got to work on my outfielding and my pitch hitting.
Mm,
But
mm.
outside of that, I'm gonna see if I can bring the Athletics, or not the Oakland Athletics anymore. They're just the Athletics. We're somewhere on the West Coast. I don't even know where the hell we at right now, and see if we can have them playing in October. I got to be realistic. We got to see if we can get them back in October before we can do any type of World Series talk. And as far as real life, forget about it. Nah, I don't know about that. You got a good outfielder. Desmond Washington. He had some type of crazy outfield catch last week. But he's about the best player we got, and he's a rookie.
Man, I'm so glad you brought up MLB The Show 25, man. I want to recommend anybody out there, whether you like baseball or not, or if you just enjoy playing the video games and not watching it in real life, you don't have MLB The Show 25, definitely pick it up.
Yeah, good point.
I've been playing it, bro, since I want to say maybe it was like MLB 20 when it came out.
Okay.
I've been playing it for a while, and then it started to go to Game Pass on Xbox.
Okay.
But this year it's not on Xbox, so you had to buy it. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have a Game Pass subscription, you know what I mean? If you just are a regular gamer and you're on a different console and don't own Game Pass, you have to fork out some bread for it. So I bought it and I've been enjoying it, man. I'm gonna tell you, um, I have really been enjoying the it's the mode where basically you're starting out in college and you're working your way up.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Man,
I read about that. I haven't
let
started
me tell
mine
you
yet.
something. Start yours. Like that, if
Yeah.
you start that kind of makes you better overall
Okay.
as a gamer in the game. Because like what really gets me sometimes, and I'm still mastering it, is how to throw the ball
Yeah.
to the field, like the fielding. The fielding
Okay.
can be a bit difficult when you have to aim it and try to get it to the base.
Yeah, that's what I got to
Yeah,
work
yeah,
on.
you got to work on that. Yeah. Like it took. Just take your time. I also recommend people, hey, put it on easy. Don't be afraid to
Oh,
put the game on easy.
you know
Like
me.
that's how. Listen, I don't want to. I don't listen. Video games are to be enjoyed. If I'm not having a blast and not feeling like um the Incredible Hulk of the game, you will, if you will,
Mhm.
I don't want to play it. So I like to put mine on easy or a smidge below easy and really get my shit off and take my character or my player to the heights beyond. You know what I mean? I like to
And you
feel
know
like a
what?
superstar.
There is no shame in that, Big V, because I tell you what,
Nah,
now, I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. You drop 60
nah.
$70 for a damn game. I want to at least be able to enjoy it. Like you, I don't need the necessarily incredible hope the whole daggone thing. I do this with sports games. I do it with action and adventure games. It's like, hey, however it comes out of the box, I would start off that way, but don't think I'm
Right.
not gonna move those sliders.
Oh yeah.
Point, I know we got to move on. College football 25, we talked about it already, where I throw at least 6 or 7 interceptions. Hey, I move them sliders down a tad to cut back on my interceptions. Now it's down to just one a game. So I'm going to get that one out the way, and then I'm okay.
Now we good. It's crazy because I wasn't even gonna start off the show with video game talk, but I'm glad we here. Cause Corey, I got to inform the people. Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost time for college football 26. If you don't know, college football 26 is among us, ladies and gentlemen.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you enjoy 25, I can only imagine that you're going to enjoy 26. Judging by the trailers, I mean, they actually are making improvements to where they're having more of the coaches likeness in the game as well. I've seen some likenesses of the coach from Ohio State. It looked just like him. Like it
Yeah.
was it was really really crazy. I like that, man. They have some packages, Corey, where you can get the bundle pack which comes with college football 26 as well as Madden
Mm.
26.
They did that last year, didn't they?
Yes, and no, normally that is what I go with because if I'm gonna cop Corey, I
Yeah.
might as well just go ahead and cop because here's the beauty: if you buy it digitally, and you buy say like you buy the college game and say like you buy the bundle digitally, which comes with both. When Madden comes out, you ain't got to worry about it. It's already bought. I'm chilling. I'm just waiting on the drop so I can hit download. It's already there. You ain't got to think about it. It's already paid for. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let
Yeah.
alone it is the bundle itself right now is 134.99. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You get the 3 day early access and all that. You know what I mean? So instead of getting the game on the 10th of July, if you get the deluxe or the MVP bundle, which comes with both, you can get it on the 7th. You know
Mm.
what I mean? And I don't know about you, Corey, but the 7th sounds a lot better than the 10th to me. You know what I mean? But yo, regardless, it'll be everywhere on the 10th. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Everywhere on the
Yes,
10th of
sir.
July, go pick it up. Again, if you are going to play both Madden and NCAA, I just suggest you save a few bucks. It's probably gonna save maybe about 10%. You know what I mean? A little 10%. You know what I mean? Yeah, go and get the bundle. Please get the bundle. I'm gonna get the bundle. Get the bundle if you can. If not, it is $69.99 for the regular copy. Pick it up. Have a blast, man. Enjoy
Yeah.
yourself. I look forward to it, Corey. You know how we do. I'm going to get on there and do my road to glory. I'm hearing this year they are starting you out in high school on the road to glory. High school is back, road
Mm.
to glory, Corey. Now listen,
Okay.
listen. I don't want to go on record to say how deep pause it is for the high school part of the road to glory.
Okay.
It could be like a game or two. They kind of been kind of quiet on that note, but it is known and said that high school is back in road to glory.
Mm.
And,
Okay.
and see,
Okay.
that's something that I loved about the old ones, man. In the old ones, like we talked on this podcast before, you were able to play a full high school season, Corey.
Yeah. That
That
I
that was
love.
crazy. I loved all of that. I loved all of that. And if you and if your team, if your high school, if your local high school team was good enough or had a rep, they were on the game. Their name was already in the game. I remember Kinston was on the game. They were under the Vikings, but Kinston High was under there on the game, and they
Yeah.
were able
Wow.
to be up there. Yeah, that was yeah. I'm glad they're bringing that back. Again, it'll be everywhere on July 10th. You know what I mean? Y'all go pre-order, pick it up when it comes out. You know what I mean? Yeah, and game on, man. Have fun. Game on.
Yes, sir.
Put it on easy. Get your shit off. You know what I mean? Yo, let's switch to some NBA though, Corey. You know what I mean? Because guess what? It is almost time for somebody to claim their first championship between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma Thunder. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've been on the rock and you ain't been paying no attention, the other night, the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the boys 120 to 109. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? that puts them up 3-2, Corey. And it could be over next game. It could be over next game. We don't know, but we're gonna talk about it, Corey. You know what I mean? We got to talk about it. Yo, is it over for Indiana? That is the question. And let me answer first, Corey. And let me be the first to say, I'm gonna say no. No, it's not over. I'm going to go on the record and say, Corey, it is not over. They're going back to Indiana. I see Indiana with those stupid ass yes sir shirts. They're going to be rooting their asses off and cheering on this team. You know what I mean? Like a 12th man and 12th man crowd in football. That's what they're going to be doing. And I just have them winning. And here's the thing, right? I just got word a few hours ago that Halliburton said he's going to do all he can to play. I'm not expecting much. I'm really expecting him to be a game time decision. I think they fronting. I think the injury is worse than what they're leading on, Corey. I think that game six he would not play.
Hmm.
I don't
You
see
think
him
he
play.
play? Okay.
I don't think he's going to play because he's talking about I'm gonna do all I can. And when you talking like that, Corey, and Carlisle saying he may be a game time decision, nah, I don't see it. I don't see it happening, Corey. But I do see them still winning and feeding off the crowd energy, um, and finding a way to win. They have other and here's the thing, if we being real, Corey, like Hallelujah Halliburton don't become Mr. Hallelujah till it's game time when the game is on the line. You know what I mean? All through all four quarters, Corey. To me, he be kind of silent. I ain't gonna lie, Corey. He be
Yeah.
kind of silent, bro. He don't be remarkable like Shay be. He don't be remarkable like Jay will be. He just don't be doing that. You know what I mean? And to be real, McConnell be bringing more of a spark to the team than he do. If we being real, he be
Yeah.
more electrifying than Halliburton do through all four quarters until the game is on the line. You know what I mean? So, and some may say, well, he's electrifying when it counts. No doubt. Salute, 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 and yes, but you're not Robert Ory. You are the star of this team. And salute to Robert Ory because Robert Ory wasn't the star, but he came in and earned the name Big Shot Bob by taking the big shots when the game was on the line. But Robert Ory wasn't the point guard of the team. He wasn't the leader of the team. Hallelujah is. So if you're not providing the spark through all four quarters and the others like Neesmith and all them are providing more of a spark than you, I feel like y'all have a chance to win this game. On that note, what are your thoughts, Corey?
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you how Vince Carter told me during that dunk contest. Over. Oh, Big V, it's over for basically all the reasons you just said. Look, man, Tyrese Halliburton is their best player. He now to be fair, we're taping this on a Wednesday. The game's gonna be on
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yep.
He cannot do any type of cutting or anything like that. He is in a catch 22.
Yeah.
He really is. I've seen my man getting dogged both ways where it's like, oh man, well, he should have took himself out the game or he should. I'm like, no, dog. Listen, ain't no self-righteous NBA player is going to take themselves out of a game
Game
or
six.
the
I
NBA
mean, game five. Yeah.
in a game five.
Mhm.
It's not or finals game. Period.
Yeah.
He will get destroyed, right?
Mhm.
And then they say, oh, well, he should have went to the coach. No. He couldn't have did that. Well, he's sitting out there. He's hurting the team. Players like to die on their shield. Well, then that should have been a coach for that should have been a deal for the coach. You're right. That should have been a deal for the coach. But let's really kind of think about it here, right?
Okay.
You got trigger happy ownerships all over cross sports. I don't know anything about Indiana Pacers ownership. I don't. He could be a guy where it's like, this is the guy that we're paying all this money to. I don't see him limping. He plays. He's our best player. You stick with the guy who got you here, right? That's one aspect that you could take from it of your ownership. But then you could also look at it like, well, wait, he's clearly hurt. Why are you playing him? You are damaging him for the series, i.e., Kevin Durant, when he was with the Golden State Warriors, had a very similar injury where it was like a calf strain, and then it ends up turning to an Achilles later if you keep playing on it. Those are the risks. There are no easy decisions here. They're not. Game time decision. What you just said, regards to Halliburton stating that, man, I'm gonna do the best I can. That right there let me know that it's over. That right there, I did not like how he said that. And I'm not saying that he did or said anything wrong. It was just a feeling and a vibe that I'm getting. So you take him out. All right. So what can coach do? Coach maybe could throw in Halliburton and TJ McConnell at the same time. Now, I haven't been keeping up with the Pacers, with the exception of the start of the playoffs. Do they like McConnell is Halliburton's backup? So how would that work essentially with two quote unquote point guards or point forwards on the court at the same time? How does that work? You're not really trying to be experimenting with anything this late in the season, but you might not have a choice. I'm with you. I say this with them playing in Indiana, it's going to be extremely helpful. If I was the coach, and it's easy to say this because I am not, and nothing falls on my back when shit goes wrong. I think you start TJ McConnell over Tyrese Halliburton to start the game off because I think the way OKC, they're smelling blood in the water, dog. They're gonna test the hell out of Tyrese Halliburton to see, is the only direction you can move is north and south? Or are we gonna settle for jump shots with Tyrese Halliburton? I would get the game flow under it. I would tell, and easier said than done, baby. I would have a strong talk with Pascal Siakam, who is an NBA champion. I would have a strong talk with TJ McConnell. Boys, y'all know our guy's hurt. He's going to give you what we can. We need y'all to take it home, man. He got us here. We need y'all to take it home. But it's just too much experimenting to be going on in that game 6, man.
But see, those players you just named, I feel like they have been providing that spark, whether he's on or off the court. I feel like that's why I feel like they've gotten here with him in the back seat, if we be honest. I feel like they have. I think pay attention. He didn't get the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Siakam did. Be clear. Siakam's going to play. I think they have a chance.
For the whole series or for the next game?
The force of game 7.
Okay.
To win,
they got a chance. Yeah, they got a chance.
To win the chip? No.
Yeah.
No. No way.
Talking about that game 7. If it's a game 7, it's going back to OKC.
It's over. Good night.
No, they got a puncher's chance tomorrow night. No question.
Yeah, we'll tune in to see him, and report back the following week and all that, you know what I mean, and see what's going on. But Corey, we got to talk about the Knicks. Yo, I'm gonna just say it, Corey. The Knicks ownership is looking like some hoes out here. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. Y'all looking like some thirsty ass hoes out here. Yeah, I mean, y'all just dick hopping all over the place from free agent to free agent. You know what I mean? Getting shut down from coach to coach. Dog, Dave, listen, y'all tried to get Ime Udoka. They told y'all, they hit y'all with a big fat Family Feud X. And that's what they did. That's what they hit you with. Yeah. Everybody that y'all keep trying to interview and all that. And every time.
Crazy.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Durant is on the move. He wants out of Phoenix. And guess what? Guess who's at his door first and foremost? The New York Knicks. I can't blame y'all for trying.
You shoot your shot.
But I'm just telling you what y'all have looked like within the past 2 weeks. Every time I turn around, y'all hopping from coach to player, just keep getting shut down. And here y'all is again, getting shut down from the rights of Kevin Durant. Ladies and gentlemen, it came out that, they tried to get Kevin Durant, and you guessed it, another Family Feud X. Denied. Again, denied. So now KD has put out his options of teams that he wants to go to. Some I think it was the Spurs, the Rockets, and I can't remember the other team. But wherever he was going, he was telling everyone that he is willing to commit to these three certain teams long term. Um, from the two out of the three teams that I remember between the Spurs and also the Rockets. Damn, Corey, if you can look up that third team for me, that
Yeah,
would
so I got it's a few other ones that was thrown in here. You got
okay.
the Rockets, the Timberwolves, which I think he took off the table.
Okay.
Uh, the Toronto Raptors.
Okay. Um, Corey, I ain't gonna lie. I like this list. I like this list. He is obviously trying to surround himself, Corey, with what the young kids would say with the YNs. You know what I mean? Corey, it seems like every week the YNs is making on this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The YNs is out. You know what I mean? So Asa ain't trying to get with the YNs, Corey. You know, whether he going down there to mess with, Jalen Green down there in Houston, you know what I'm saying? Or he going down there to mess with, you know what I mean? My boy Wemby down there, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And keep in mind, they just got your boy De'Aaron Fox, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and Toronto ain't a bad look, you know what I mean? Salute to Brandon Ingram. That would be crazy to see Kingston's own and KD on the same squad. You know what I mean? Like that would be insane. And also keep in mind they got a couple YNs on the rise out there in Toronto. You know what I mean? It's kind of slept on, but they got some YNs that got some potential. Next few years can maybe kick up some dust or whatever. I like this list, Core. I didn't like the Minnesota. I didn't know that until now. I don't like that. I don't want to see him and Ant Man. I don't. I'm gonna be real cool. I don't want to see Durant with a superstar anymore of that caliber. I don't. Him and Kyrie didn't work out. Him, Kyrie, and James Harden. Oh my God,
yeah.
that kicks me right now.
That's
The
crazy,
thought that's crazy.
crazy, right?
Like, just think about how they didn't get at least one chip out of that.
That's crazy. That
Corey,
that that's insane. That's the one right there.
Corey, I think, bro, in another 5 to 10 years, people are going to look back on that situation and be like how we are now. That is insane. Like, we thought it was insane that at one point, KD, the Brody, Westbrook, and
Your
James
guy.
Harden was
Yeah.
on the same team at one time.
Yeah.
There was some YNs
It was
themselves.
Miami's at the time.
That was YNs.
Ran into a buzzsaw in Miami.
Hey, it
They
happened.
may have gotten a game, but boy, you want to talk about rotten timing with
Oh
OK
man. Oh
going
man.
up against those guys,
Oh
dog.
man. Oh man. Oh man.
Ooh.
Oh man. And you know, just to think like now with Durant not him being an OG and not a YN now, him surrounding himself with some hungry YNs
Yeah.
of the likes of San Antonio, because San Antonio got some guys that come off the bench that are raw.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got some others that,
Yes.
that be othering. You know what I mean? They be othering. Um, so does the Rockets. That
Yeah.
team with Durant, that catapults them to another Corey. I'm telling you now, listen to me. If Durant goes to the Rockets, I got them probably winning the Eastern Conference Final next year.
Mm.
I got them coming out. If that trade happens, I got them, and they are all healthy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Eastern. I got them coming out of the West next year. If that trade, that is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Like I can't listen. You can say maybe I'm tripping. They got Denver and all that. Listen, Kevin Durant with the coaching that Ime Adoka is doing down there, man, that's
Yeah.
different. That's a different team. That's a different team. Um, who I'm gonna pick, who I would say would probably be the best fit. Pause. Probably San Antonio.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Corey? Who is your best pick for
Man,
KD to go to?
man, I would love for him to go to Houston. I just don't think it is possible. really with almost any team we want to see, especially with the apron system on. So 25-26 season, Kevin Durant will be owed 54, might as well say $55 million. So that means you're going to have to give up some pieces on Houston if I want to see him go to Houston. So let's go through a scenario. Who like you got defensively at Houston, you got my guy Steven Adams. You got the Rexon effector known as Dylan Brooks, good
Yep.
defensive guy,
Yes,
right?
sir.
But then you got to do something to offset that $54 million. So you got an upcomer in Jalen Green, who I like, but I would actually want to see him play with Kevin Durant.
You can't get
He's
rid of him. That contract
you
is too
right,
crazy. That contract
and
is too crazy.
according to ESPN, Jalen Green is only making $13 million, so that wouldn't even do enough to offset. So okay, so who else are you going to get up in there? You got Sengun. He's a good player. He's a center, but he's only making $5.5 million. You really can't. That still wouldn't be enough to upset. Then you got Amen Thompson. Want to get him up? I don't. I don't want to get rid of him, right? And then you got Fred VanVleet, who is making $43 million. He would have to go at minimum for KD to get there. Him and maybe one other guy. So I don't know who you get rid of if you're the GM or the owner to bring Kevin Durant to Houston. Because the thing is that he's on an expiring contract. I would need him to guarantee in writing that, hey, you're going to re-up with us, my guy, because I'm not dealing with you for a 1-year rental to get rid of everyone I just named. So then I think I like the San Antonio deal
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot better because you got a lot of, and I don't know, hit me in the comments below with the apron system with San Antonio. That is more of an easier plug and play where you're not really getting rid of anybody. I really like San Antonio. My backup to San Antonio, which nobody has mentioned, which I don't think would happen, I wouldn't mind seeing him with the Miami Heat. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't mind seeing him with. I think they got the cap room to do it. Um, I don't think you would have to give up anybody of super consequence to get rid of them. Right now, their current roster: Bam Adebayo, Alec Burks, Tyler Hero. You're not getting rid of him. I like my man Jamie Jaquez. I like him, or whatever. And you got Duncan Robinson, or whatnot. And Andrew Wiggins. And you give or take with him. I think Houston is just so unobtainable because you're gutting your team on a 1-year deal.
Well, no,
And
he wants to commit long term.
I need that in writing.
That's the thing. He's saying that these are the teams he's
Yeah,
willing to do long term with. So this won't be a one off.
yeah. If we could get that, maybe we could see. God, she's gonna be 37 though, man. Got that done.
And
Even though
he's still raw.
I
He's
want
still
the,
raw.
I want the way that his style is though, Big V.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, he was out for like a year or two. I want to bump that 37 down to 35. I just
Mm.
the mileage is I get what the age is, but we just bought cars and stuff like that. You look at the age and then you look at the mileage and then you make your determination, man. But yeah, if we could get a commitment long term, we're having a whole nother conversation.
Mm. We're gonna see. We're gonna keep our eyes peeled. You know what I mean, to see where you land. He's on the move though, but it would not be to you greedy ass New York Knicks. No, you know what I
Hey,
mean.
real quick, Big V, you hear that our Lakers are selling majority ownership?
Yo, I just saw that.
Yeah,
They're saying that we are now worth 10 Bs. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right. That's
That is
right.
crazy considering what Bus bought it for at the beginning. That is insane. What a flip. What a flip. You know what I mean? What a flip. What a flip.
And they said the owner is Mark Walter, and I didn't know this until a few minutes ago, is that he's actually also the owner of the LA
The
Dodgers.
LA Dodgers. Yep, he's the owner of
I
the LA
like how
Dodgers.
this guy thinks. I
And
welcome it.
and you know what? You know who's right there up, you know what I mean, who's probably his homeboy right up under there.
Who?
Magic Johnson.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You
owner of the Dodgers. Come on now. Come on now. You see
pew,
the
pew, pew. I
you
like
see
it, Big V. I
you
ain't
see,
mad at it.
you see the play. You know Magic behind his ear. You know what I mean? Pause. You know what I mean?
Magic
The
Man.
Magic Man. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. You know what I mean? It is that time. It is that time. It is that time for the What the Hell segment, baby.
Pew, pew, pew. Yo, man, this segment is executed by me, envisioned by Big Vito, and brought to you by the little girl that's playing in mommy's car in the garage right now, aka Corey Adoria Smith. Big V, man, I get mad when I lose in video games. Really, almost any. Like I take that, I take it personal, you
Yeah.
know. And there's something to be said about really when you lose in anything, you have a thought about something, you stand 10 toes down and say, yeah, I said that. I meant that. Let me get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't what I said, what I said. That's what they say, Big V.
Yeah.
Well, Big V, you got your girl out here, your girl. Her name is Ariana Sabalenka. You may say, who in the blue hell is that? Well, I'm going to tell y'all who she is, Big V. She is where the hell is she from? Belarus? I don't know how to say that. Belarus? Some country outside of Russia. Belarus. And she is the number one ranked tennis player in the Tennis Association.
Okay.
She just got stomped out by Coco Golf a few weeks ago in the French Open. Shout out to Coco Golf.
Yes.
Salute you, boo. Part of the Black Girl Magic Tour. Here's the thing, man. You know, it was a tough match. Could have went either way. I love women's tennis. I really do. It is the perfect format. Good looking women, I ain't gonna lie to you about that, Big Bang. I ain't gonna hold you. I can't really get into the men's tennis too much to it actually
Yeah.
get past the third set because
Yeah.
the game is too long, Big V. You can mess around and my man that won the French Open. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name. I want to say Sinner. Last name is Sinner. That was a 5.5 hour match. Now, come on, man. That I can't get in the men's tennis. I'll watch that after the third set, but the women's is the best 2 out of 3. The men's is the best 3 out of 5. Anyway, super long story. Ain't gonna get into all that. But Ariana Sabalenka, man, she's a sore ass loser. And
Mm.
let me be clear, she issued an apology today. Big V, the French Open was there go about 2.5 weeks ago. But she caught that heat. And let me tell y'all something. And for
Okay.
for for all of my Caucasian brothers and sisters out there, Black Twitter is a real thing.
Uh-huh.
It's a real thing. And we want to enjoy our Caucasian because here's the thing, especially in tennis, it is a global sport. You got of all races of black, white, Japanese, like nationalities, right? Like so we ain't got time for it. And I'm not saying that Ariana brought it there, but I do feel like she underestimated who she jumped up on. Big V, per Sports Illustrated, she issued an apology today. Yesterday, June the 17th. I just told y'all that the French Open was 2.5 weeks ago. And I quote, Ariana has said that she absolutely regrets the completely unprofessional comment she made about losing the French Open finals to Coco Golf. And she has since then apologized to the American. You may say, well, Dad, see, what she say? Well, hell, I'm glad you asked. You know how to read. Let me read it to you, Big V. You know, she said post game, and I saw this live. Me and my wife saw it live, and our jaws just dropped to the ground when we was doing this. And real quick before I read this, she has a history of doing this and doing the Michael Jackson moonwalk. So Coco won't the only one that she done this to when she gets to the finals and lose. She just jumped on the wrong person. In an on-court interview and post-match news conference, Sabalenka, the world's number one, described her own performance as terrible. Not a problem there. And she referred to the terrible conditions on the court. Okay, pause right there. For those who don't know, during the French Open, during the finals, they had the roof open.
Okay.
It started raining. It was crazy windy. They elected not to postpone it. That's up to the judge or the umpire. They chose to keep going. So I sell that to say you played in the same windy, rainy conditions that Coco Golf did. But I digress. Anyway, referred to the terrible conditions on the court, particularly noting the strong wind. She's claimed that Coco Gauff, who is the world's number two, really should be number one, but I don't know anything about the rankings. Claimed that Coco Gauff, world's number two, have gotten lucky with shots that she had mishit but end up landing inbounds. Okay, no, Coco got lucky. All right, fine. We're gonna let that go. We ain't gonna worry about that. You know, you're salty. This is right after ripping the wound off, Big V. I'm mad. She was hitting the ball from the frame. Somehow, magically, the ball lands in the court, Ariana Sabalenka had said. It felt like a joke. It felt like somebody from up above was sitting there laughing, saying, like, hey, let's see if you can handle this. Oh, but we're not done. We're not done, Big V. This is also what she said. She said, Coco Gauff won the match, not because she played incredible, but just because I made all of those mistakes. And if you look at it from the outside, from easy balls, pause. Oh, we're not done, Big V. Because I'm still, me and my wife, we're still kind of like, man, I know she tight, man, but damn, man, she kind of going
Going
in.
in.
Oh, but we're not done. Sabalenka doubled down the day after, said Iga Swiatek. Those who don't know who Iga Swiatek is, she is one of the best, hottest women tennis players that's playing right now. She's probably like ranked number 3 or number 4. She's not too far behind. She had a deal where she went almost 2 years without losing, whether it was in the minors or the majors. Like she's on that trajectory. Iga Swiatek is the truth. She is the one that I feel whatever Coco has to go against her. She is a beast. So Sabalenka said that Iga Swiatek, whom she beaten in the semifinals to get to face Coco Gauff, said that, hey, well, if Coco was playing Iga would have won. you know, and so I kind of did her a favor. Well, right after that, they asked Coco Gauff what she means, and Coco Gauff responded, and I quote, I mean, I don't agree with that. I'm sitting right here. And the thing about it, man, it's like, look, man, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I tell my wife and I tell my friends and family all the time, I can't tell you how to feel about nothing. Your emotions are your own. Hey man, if you feeling salty, man, let's get Morton's and Lowry's seasoning salt. Let's keep it salty. But then now, you're gonna go on and do this little apology tour. And shout out to Coco because she is so class personified. She is who I want my daughter to grow up to be just like. Walk with grace, walk with kindness, walk with elegance. Because I tell you right now, her dad ain't got none of them daggone sentiments. If somebody was to come frying on me right now, I need her to be a better person than I am. That is a whole evolution of parenting. Okay, because I will be damned if you say all of that and then you want to hit me with an apology. I'm gonna tell you what you could do with your apology. Okay, we could get these daggone tennis rackets out and we could go play on the court without any tennis balls being thrown out here. We could go at it. That's what we could do. So you sitting up and saying because I beat you down, then you're gonna say the girl that you beat is gonna beat me. That's what we're doing. That's what. And the thing about it, Big V, I know we got to wrap. Tennis, golf, those are like different sports, right?
Yeah,
Like they're supposed to be where you hold class, you walk with grace and dignity. Because let me tell you something, man. Had the GOAT, my GOAT, Serena Williams, had done something like that,
oh man,
she would still be getting drugged today. So Ariana Sabalenka, you could take your little apology as I say, what the hell, and shove it. It's ridiculous. I want to apologize now.
So classless, man. Take your L's like a woman. You know what I mean?
Take
your
You
L's.
think I won't mad when I was throwing 6 picks in college football 25? I could have gotten mad and hit the reset button, but I didn't do that. I ate that so I could become a better person with adjusting my sliders, Big V.
Corey better than me because when I do that, I'm restarting the game. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all tapping in and tuning in each and every week. Whether you're watching the whole show or catching the clips on IG, Twitter, YouTube, man, we appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? We definitely do. You know what I'm saying? Corey, I appreciate you each and every week. You know what I'm saying? Yo, now we in this thing, right?
Peace.
Peace.